Morning, Letha.
Dan looks frozen.
There he
There he is.
Well, as we've already found out, we're still having speed issues at the office at JV, so I may not be here very long today. Good morning, everyone. Were you guys laughing that I was here and not here?
Yes.
You're frozen with your mouth kind of hanging open.
Yeah, which is not good, which means that I will have to pack up my office and leave soon to get home so I can teach Ignite. I can't teach Ignite running from my cell phone. So, good morning, Letha. Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Diego. Good morning, Colleen. Good morning, Mara. Mara's puppy. Morning, Sarah. Good morning, Nicole. Happy Red Friday, everyone.
Good Friday.
All the red faces, shining faces. How is everyone's week going? Tell me some goods. Tell me a win.
I have a listing appointment today in Mammoth. I've got a listing in Oracle and a potential listing in Catalina.
Woo!
Snowball effect.
Nice.
Oh. Well, that's excellent news. Who else has a good win? Diego, when do you retest?
Monday.
Monday, brother. You got this.
Go for it.
Thank you.
I got a buyer under contract on a new construction. And the short story was they found one they liked and they closed on March 2nd and the house is going to be done on February 19th and the new builder refused to hold the house for them for even 2 weeks. So that was the first one they want to put an offer in on. So we went and looked at other houses the next day and of course found another new build that they like that won't be done until like April. So they're military and they're like, well, they'll only hold our belongings in storage for 90 days. And then Meritage told them that they could write them a letter that said, hey, your house isn't done yet, so that they would keep their stuff in storage even longer. So that was interesting. Just an FYI, if anybody didn't know that.
Awesome.
I can't believe the builder wouldn't wait 2 weeks.
I know. And I kind of gave him a little grief. I mean, the sales guy had no control because he passed it on to his manager, to approve the contract. And he's like, no, a March closing is unacceptable. And I'm like, too bad you don't really care about people and it's all about the bottom line. I mean, and they're veterans for Christ's sake too. Both of them work for the Air Force. I was like, oh, well, I know it's just the bottom line for you folks, but that's kind of sad.
I think that did those new homeowners a favor and they don't want to be in a house by a company like that anyway. So
That was Lennar, and they settled on Meritage, which frankly I think is a better builder myself. But
good to know.
And watch, they don't close on that until sometime 6 months later.
And I did a Facebook Live, probably nobody saw it, with their little son. And I'm like, is it okay if he's in a video with me? Because we walked through the model home and he was just so cute. I'm like, do you like this room? Oh, yeah, it's really cool. My daughter watching, she's like, oh, the little boy was definitely the star of the show.
Nice.
Hey, that's good marketing right there, actually.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
My sister, who's like on the East Coast son, she's like, what little kid does Mara know right now? And anyway, and he was asking me how much that house was. So, it started a real estate conversation.
It's interesting, Mara, right now with the new construction. It's as much a new construction market as it is a seller's market, and how they are begging for the business when it's the buyers. They're offering 7%.
Warned us about commission. So I said, are you guys still offering 3%? Because I had just been dinged on if that's still a thing. And they said, yes. And even this first quarter, you get an extra $1,000 bonus. And I was like, oh, cool. Thank you.
That's awesome.
The energy is amazing today. I love it.
Well, yeah. So how do I get in on that? I've never really thought about this. How does one get in on that? How do you go about tapping into that as like a
new build?
Yeah, like a portal. I want to use this portal. What's this portal?
Well, obviously there's just so little out there, and it's funny. My military folks tend to like new build. I'm guessing it's like really because they like really clean and exact and structured or something.
Well, they probably moved so many times. I was just actually talking to somebody who's a vet, and he was telling me his first house was a new build. So I wonder if it's a mentality thing. I wonder what that is. But
That they like the exactitude, maybe that they
Mhm.
like things really neat and clean, so they want it.
Get tight, right? Yes.
But you know, like Aaron was saying, it's great to go visit the new builds. Actually, I just asked Jay to in my calls this week, I talked to the guy who's the master builder out there in Rancho Sarita, and he's like, I'm like, I only have your information because you must have talked to us at Keller Williams when we were having our in-person meetings. And he's like, oh yeah, I'd love to do that again. I hear you guys are talking, via Zoom. So I sent all his info to Jay and Kayla to say, hey, who do I get? This guy would like to do another one of our team meetings. And I thought that was a good fit because Aaron's been talking about new construction so much. So Jay said he would reach out to him because if anyone's not been out to Rancho Sarita, it's just an amazing, community out there. So, and it's good for military because if they jump on I-19, it's just a few minutes to the base. So it's not as far out as it seems.
Now, this is a good scripting moment. Sarah was asking, how does she get into the portal, right? The portal is if you go through your MLS AZ login, there's a new home resources avenue there. But how do you strike up the conversation with a buyer that's thinking about buying a house? I can tell you as a consumer, before I got into real estate, I didn't even know the process of buying a new house. And it was very intimidating. I would rather go resale because it's traditional. A lot of people don't realize that you can still have agent protection in buying a new home and the value of doing so. What is your value? What is your statement of value when selling or buying, when you're being the selling agent of someone buying a new home?
Well, hopefully you can get them some sort of deals if they're ever offering them again. Back in the day, you could offer maybe, can you give us a break on the lot price or the appliance package or, what price break? Dan, you've done this. You're just asking. You're a good teacher. But anyway, and that's actually what I put on my post. My little blurb was, so if you go look at a new build, make sure you tell them you're working with a realtor so that you have representation because obviously they're representing the builder.
Exactly. So that's a big asset right there. Well, we've been thinking about buying a new build. Okay, great. Why don't I take you down there and get you introduced? Well, they told me I don't need an agent. Well, you're right. You don't. The issue is that the person you're dealing with there represents the seller and the seller alone. They don't have your interests in mind at all.
Or they think you don't.
They think you don't need an agent. In reality, you do. I never like to challenge it with when someone says, well, they said you don't need an agent. Well, you absolutely do. You validate the person that said you don't need an agent and give a logical reason around it. It creates less resistance. When someone says the price is too high, do I ever tell you to go, no, it's not? I tell you to agree. You're right, it is. Because in their mind, they think that and then give them the logical reason around it. Well, they told me I didn't need an agent. You're right, you don't. It's not advised. You could do it without an agent, but you wouldn't do dental work on yourself, would you?
I got a
That's a
question.
good one. I like that one.
Yesterday, my buyer sent me a Zillow active house they were interested in, even though they have their MLS search. It was outside the price by a couple thousand. So I looked it up and it was a new build, but it didn't seem to be in a community. So, I called the agent, I talked to him and stuff, but are those different? Like just a single new build that then somebody is selling to people? Because it was framed, but it wasn't done. And so then the person could pick some of their own stuff for custom. But that's different, right, than in one of these whole communities.
Well, each development is going to have several floor plans that you can choose from. And each of those floor plans, they're going to start building because it takes, I think I remember 6 months when my ex-husband used to do it for KB Homes, for instance, way back in the day. So they'll start building just the layout and then the client is able to customize. I know that, but I think this was different. Like it was
owned already by someone and then they're
Oh, then
reselling
yes,
it?
then they've already probably set it up. Yes, then that's, unless if, I mean, that you'd have to see, but yeah.
There's
Yeah, somebody-
smaller custom builders around that just start homes and then, yeah. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah,
have
okay. I
massive
think that's what,
development.
That
It's small
house-
custom builder.
There might be flexibility to upgrade appliances and things like that early on. But that would depend on the developer, I think.
Be careful when you're selling lots like that, because there are people out there that are buying up 2, 3, 4 parcel land pieces, splitting them up, putting houses on there. It is not conducted like a normal new build because they
okay,
are
that's what I,
registered as developers. They are investors that are simply putting houses on land. So get with title, make sure everything is done right, make sure the land is parsed out correctly, and then you can run the transaction like a normal purchase. Oftentimes in those situations, the investor that's building the house, I don't want to call them a builder because they're not registered builders. The investor
Right.
that's building the house will have options for, finishings, appliances, and color tones and stuff like that. So it is still handled like a normal resale
that's what I meant.
because
Okay.
they are not set up as builders.
Okay,
So be careful with that. But they're in a similar situation. They are out there. So back to the conversation. Let's get comfortable around I hate the word steering, around guiding a client towards a new build. There are no houses on the market right now. True or false?
Very few.
there-
Low inventory. I wouldn't say
Oh,
no.
inventory.
Very limited, yes.
I call BS. There's a ton of inventory on the market. It's just not listed.
Right?
The opportunities are there. This is the mindset we talk about, right? Let's get out of our mindset. Because if you were going to start thinking, well, the market's too tough, there's multiple offers, we got to go over above asking price. Shut up. You're ruining your own deal. There are inventory out there. Where's the inventory at?
New build.
New builds, right? When you search MLS and you see, oh, there's only been 50 houses added to the MLS today, there's no inventory. How can we ever compete with this market? I want you to slap yourself. Metaphorically or physically, if you need to, I don't care. Just say, hey, stop. New builds. What would be the advantage of somebody buying a new build over a resale home?
Nobody's ever lived there. It's your home from the beginning.
no problems.
Yeah, you get to dent the walls yourself.
You get to pick the perfect finishes.
There you go.
This is the scripting aspect, is I want you to come up with all the good, positive reasons we can steer someone towards new builds. It has that new house smell. Right? Write that down. New house smell. We buy new cars for the smell alone, don't we? Yeah. Yeah. That new car smell, the new agent smell, the new house smell, the new girlfriend smell, the boyfriend smell. Just saying.
True.
The break. So we tell people, listen, I understand that the market is very flush right now. There is a ton of activity in the buyer area. However, because they're not listed doesn't mean they're not there. Why don't we go drive around some of the new communities and maybe we can find a part of town that you want to live in and we can find a new build manufacturer and get us a house brand new to you so that you can get onto this next chapter of homeownership. Right?
One of the things too, I think that you need to step into the new home construction, you need to view the inventory, just like you would view the inventory of an area that you're, looking for your client. And like Mara, the first thing I noticed when you were sharing, Mara, is that you knew the names of the people at that building site. So when you're talking to your clients, you can say, well, I was talking to Susan over at Lennar. She represents the seller there. And using that verbiage, stressing that they represent the seller. I could take you, and show you, the 3-bedroom homes or the home with the pool or the, just my input.
That's a good input.
That's why we love you jumping on the call, Miss Colleen. All right, someone hit me with it. Now, we have dealt with this. I've heard this conversation 1,000 times in the market center lately. We're overwhelmed. We've put in so many offers. We just can't seem to find the right house. What are your options? I am your client. I am frustrated. I am pulling my hair out, clearly. Okay? I'm frustrated. You know, who's going to be my agent? First person not to raise their hand. Boom. Sarah, thank you.
I wanted to go anyway, so.
I can pick up your phone. So, but this, like, Sarah, you know, I'm super frustrated. The wife and I are just getting overwhelmed. I mean, we've lost 8 bids already to these houses. It just doesn't seem like right now is a good time to buy.
Okay, so then I'm going to throw something crazy out there because I know it scares a lot of people, but have you guys considered building your own house or having your own house built?
No? Isn't that like a terribly difficult process?
No. Flat out, it's going to be pretty much no different than what you're experiencing right now, except you get to relieve the stress because the house is actually going to be built for you. So nobody else gets to take it away from you. Like, you don't have to put in another offer after this, essentially.
You mean that no one's going to come in afterwards and pay
Nope.
$100 more and steal it out from underneath us?
Nope. Nope. The house will be built for you. And the really cool thing is nobody else has been in the house before you. And you get to a certain degree, customize it. So you guys will be able to, you know, pick your floor plan and dreams can come true.
Isn't that going to take like years?
No, typically it takes about 6 months. So again, yeah, you'll have to wait for a little bit, which doesn't tap into your timeline from what I can tell. And again, that stress is going to be gone. It gives you 6 months to get everything together and you'll get exactly what you're looking for. We can go and take a look. Steve, he has a fantastic house that I would love to show you. Are you available Friday?
Yes.
Awesome. Morning or
Hi,
afternoon?
we're OfferPad. The new way homes are sold. Go to offerpad.com. Tell us about your home.
I don't know what happened to Stormy's face, but he looks a lot like Drew right now.
Beeps. Oh, are we not muted?
You're not muted. No, we heard your whole offer.
All right, guys.
Usually you hear Stormy picking up chicks in the knot pit, so
Here we go.
still not muted. There we are. There we are. So great job, Sarah, on that one, because we're seeing a lot of frustration. And the worst thing you can absolutely do when you're coming into a frustrated client is not have positive options. If you jump on board that struggle bus, guess what? Y'all are heading somewhere fast and it ain't going to be pretty. Is it frustrating? Yes. Is it stressful? Yes. Are there options that we can get them out into something blissful and happy? Abso-freaking-lutely. If we come from curiosity, right? It's the questions thing. Is it's, you know, communication is seek first to understand, but then creativity, ideas before results. We have other ideas to push the conversation in a different direction. New builds, custom builds, right? Things that aren't right there on the market give us a lot of opportunity to move them forward. But if you're not thinking creatively and you're not coming up with those ideas, then you're always going to find yourself on the struggle bus. I saw the struggle bus this morning. It was broken down on the side of the road, and guess who was on it?
Ooh.
Lots of realtors that don't join this call. So again, I just have one other guy hanging out with me today. Thank you, Diego, for being a trooper. Just us girls hanging out. Who else wants to give it a shot? I am your frustrated client. I would like to have a house, but I'm tired of getting beat out. I'm getting sick. I'm getting run down. I'm getting grounded out. How can you help me? First person to blink twice.
I'll go.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, am I starting?
Uh-huh. I just told you the objection.
Oh, I know the objection. I thought you were starting it though.
Fine, I'll start it. Nicole, I'm frustrated. I'm tired of losing out on these damn deals. I feel like it's just a pointless. We're never going to find a house.
Oh, I understand that frustration, but we will find a house.
Well, you keep saying that, but we've lost 5 offers already. This is becoming too much.
I know. I get it. But we need to stay positive because the right one for you and your family has just not come yet. We just haven't found it, and we will find it.
Well, what if we don't? There's no inventory popping up anywhere.
Every day inventory is coming on the market, and we just need to perhaps look at a different avenue. Let's go search out which new build. You said you were maybe interested in it, so let's go search out which one to start. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, I don't really feel comfortable with a new build. Isn't that a really difficult process?
No, I think you'll find that it'll be pretty smooth. You know, nothing's guaranteed that there might not be a snag or two, but overall, I think it's going to be a lot smoother for you. Let's start Saturday and go look at some new builds. Okay?
Okay, sounds good. So feedback, guys. I love it. There's a couple points I want to make, but who in the glass, give her some goodness. Because I know it's not comfortable for her to do her scripting and do her walking, but I'm proud of her for getting out of her comfort zone.
I'll give her some good feedback, Dan.
Yeah.
Nicole, great job. Like if I was your client, I'd feel like you know me and you've been there along the process with me and you're ready to stick with me and just take me like just not off course, but we're just veering and then we're gonna find a good path to a beautiful home in the end. And I guess the only thing I would just say for constructive criticism is just like a little bit more of, just a little bit more of how to get there. I think like it's probably it'd be new to me, but like if you just feel more confident and like, these are just a few steps, Dan, you're going to know exactly, this is how it's going to go. So if you can just show like, I've been through this process before, I think that'd be great, Nicole.
Okay.
So
Like,
good
take
line.
it till you make it.
Yeah, if somebody says, this isn't going to be a difficult process, well, you're in luck, you've got me. Don't worry, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
Isn't it going to be a long process? Don't worry, you got me.
And she showed really good empathy. Another thing we might mention to folks is I think they think maybe they'll get like nickeled and dimed along the way, if you've never done one, but the price they quote at the beginning, I've never had a chance. Have you guys? I mean, that's the
Yes.
price. So that might be
Yes.
something to explain.
Actually, I
unless
just had a friend who the builder tried to change the price and she fought it and I'm pretty sure she won.
You have to be really careful with some of them because if you have major changes, then they will charge you a change order fee.
Sure.
But if you don't have, if all you're doing is changing paint color, then that they're not normally going to change the price. But if you have like an
Here's the
extra bedroom or an extra bathroom added on, that is a change order.
No, if you change something, expect to pay for it, period. If you go to a restaurant, you ask for extra fries or extra ranch or extra cheese, I don't give a damn where you're at, expect to pay for it.
Yeah.
The price is the price for the base. And if we can't communicate that with confidence, y'all need to come to scripting personally, one-on-one, you and me in an office, beat down, let's do this. But the thing is, when we're working through a new build process, you don't know how to work this process. Step one, you yourself need to drive down to a new build site and ask them how the process works.
Yeah.
Because, and I guarantee this, because when you are comfortable, all of a sudden the universe will throw a client dead at your face and you will be like, oh God, I got a new build client under contract today. And then 9 months from now, you're like, oh my God, I got a commission check coming. What do I need to do? And you have forgotten the entire process between then and now. But if you are constantly educating yourself and growing your brain case here, you'll be better off on it. So take the time to go down there and ask the sales associates, hey, my name is Nicole. I'm a new agent with Keller Williams. I would love to hear about how the process works with your company. What are the benefits? What are the advantages? What's unique about your builder that others don't have? Did you know that Richmond homes have larger lots than Lennar homes? Lennar homes have a higher, efficiency rating than most. Meritage homes have a larger floor plan and utilize a smaller backyard so you get more living space inside the house.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, I didn't know that. You could write that down.
All DR Horton homes are essentially smart homes too now.
There you go.
Wow.
All you got to do is drive to a community. Like if you're out east, Rancho Sarita's got 6 builders right there in half a mile. You can stop by all the model homes. Go to Marana if you're on the north side. There's 5 or 6 out in Gladden Farms that are building right now. All over
You go to
town. So
Miller
go
Ranch.
check it out. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Mark Wiener with Miller Ranch up in Oro is super, super informational. If anybody does need somebody to go to, he was the first person I went to just to learn about new builds.
Go learn the process so you can communicate it out.
Renee, what was his name again?
Mark Wiener.
Mark Wiener?
Yeah.
Wiener. So if we got frustrated clients, are you going to run into some frustrated clients? Step 1, stay calm. Step 2, be reassuring. Reassure you that the struggle that they're going through is going to be worth it. You know, I completely understand where you're coming from. I understand that it's frustrating. I know that this process has not been easy. And I'm glad that you and I are on this journey together, because I feel like if we weren't, I would be scared to find out what agent you were working with, because I know that you're in the best of care with me and my team. If you are not confident in that, they will not be confident in you. What's more important than what we say?
What we do.
How you
What
say.
we do.
How we say it.
Oh.
And then lastly, what's more important of how we say it is what we do. People are far too busy watching what you're doing to hear what you're saying. If all my scripting calls with you guys were fast paced and over the top, oh my God, I know it's stressful. This is a great time right now. And you're gonna have a hard time. It's gonna suck. The light is gonna fall out. The house is gonna catch on fire and you're gonna have a hell of a time. You're gonna be like, what? Doesn't make any sense. Match your tone, your cadence, and your pauses to the conversation you're having and have a better input. So remember, it's not as important as what you say, it's how you say it. If you got somebody that's super stressed out and on the verge, come from caring, come from contribution, drop your octave. Let your give a damn come out. Be the mama bear, the papa bear. I got this, don't worry. Remember when you were a kid and you were scared, you ran into your parents' arms. I had a bad dream, can I sleep with you tonight? Your clients need that. Your clients need that reassurance. You know, I get it. I've been there. Tell them up front, this is going to suck. This is not going to be an easy process. This is going to feel like a street fight in the South LA Bronx. We just pulled up in a Prius, okay? We got some fighting to do. But the one thing is you got me, right? Take that stress, take that energy, take all of it and own it. And then become creative, find solutions. If you can't find properties on the MLS, go find a property that's not on the MLS. I can tell you, Title has done more deals that are from party to party and person to person without agents lately than ever before. Wholesale investors, wholesale buyers, selling to other sellers. We're not in the loop because some of us are too busy worrying about the market. There's not enough inventory. Oh my God. Shut up, get off the couch and go find a house to sell them. You guys ever looked at the front of your hand right here? Look at it. Those 4 knuckles, you know what they do?
But
They create opportunities.
I thought knock on the door.
Yeah, some of you just now got that. You're like, yeah. When opportunity knocks, answer the door. So, you feel a little bit better now that you can talk somebody and go into a new build, right? Give them the opportunity of something they didn't think about. Create opportunities, and you will create wealth for yourself and your family forever. So, if you are not comfortable with the process of a new build, I cannot teach you the process of a new build to make you comfortable nearly as well as taking your butt down there, sitting in front of one of those salespeople and letting them spiel you. Let them talk your ear off and find out every detail and nuance. It's just like when you're doing an open house, you're door knocking and asking the neighborhood, what do you like about this neighborhood? What are some special things about this neighborhood I don't know? So if you need a list of questions to ask, why should my client choose your builder? What's special about your builder? What are your key features that you like to use as a selling factor? What are your current incentives? And how can I help market to you guys better so I can drive more buyer traffic for myself?
Right
These
now,
agents will work with you. Go ahead, Mara.
Right now with COVID, a phone call first is a good idea, guy. And a lot of times we get like a national number, but they're kind of gatekeeping for their agents that are on site. They're either maybe requiring an appointment or they're not even there. Like ours was completely locked up and you had to call and, let yourself into the house. So anyway, it's not obviously quite as user-friendly as when they used to be there all the time. So you might just call first so you don't show up and there's nobody there and you can't get in.
COVID is just German for everything's going to be tougher.
Or you just set an appointment. Yeah, you just
Yeah, I set an appointment when I did new builds.
Yeah, set an appointment.
That way we knew somebody was there.
Educate yourself. But ultimately, and most importantly, it is Friday, January 29th. Holy shit, this month is almost over in the first month of the new year after 2020, and we're all still alive. Hot dog. Go out there, do something great today. If you're in Ignite, I will see you in 30 minutes. Go get a snack, go get some water, get ready for a day in the life of an agent with Big Dan himself. Other than that, folks and family members, I'll see you soon. Go out there and change your life this weekend. If you're in PC coaching, keep an eye out for an email on Sunday. I've got something for you. So, bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.